The big three making their way into the Palace. Richard Jefferson stepping off the bus. Jason Kidd with the game face on. And Vince Carter looking to conclude 2006 on a high note and make music in Motown. Zero in a little bit on Vince Carter, shall we? He's been inconsistent clearly over the last 6 games. His inconsistent play does continue. And you know, oftentimes as Vince goes, so go the Nets. Not necessarily fair, but often true.
Yeah, I think the key thing with Vince is obviously, you know, when guys are inconsistent and the real stars in this league, the Kobe Bryants, the Dwayne Wades, they learn how to step up and obviously take over games. Does it happen night in and night out? No, it doesn't, because just look at Christmas Day with Kobe Bryant. But I think one of the things that Vince Carter has to continue to do is really emphasize early on good shots, and especially the close-in shots to get his rhythm. When you're struggling from a guard or a small forward perspective, and that's what Vince is doing, the guys who have to shoot on the perimeter, when you're not hitting your jump shot consistently, then you have to look for alternatives. And more times than not, that alternative is either posting up if you have the capabilities and the abilities of Vince Carter, or you put the ball on the floor and go to the basket. So I think you'll see Vince work his way out of the quote-unquote inconsistencies by getting close to the basket initially and then letting that long outside shot come to him a little bit more.
This season certainly is something special, with all those colors and that holiday feeling everywhere. And inside the Palace, the Pistons hope to do something special tonight. Win their 5th in a row live from the Palace. It's the Pistons and the New Jersey Nets.
Was giving them Tristis, that is 16 points a game, had 27 against the Pistons 10 days ago. Vince Carter, George, only 12 points and 5 of 21 shooting. The Pistons did a magnificent job on him. Now that either makes him hesitant tonight, wondering if he can get it done against Detroit, or makes him dangerous, looking to show that he can get it done against Detroit.
We'll soon find out.
Hope they miss. And just continue to you know, just put a hand up and make every shot tough. You know, the great scorers are all-stars. You know, they're very good. So, you know, we're just going to have to just come out and have to be a team effort tonight.
In that Atlanta game, because of the solid play of the bench, no one played.
After they've opened up all those presents and eaten all those sweets, they can't help but run around the house.
One of the best teams in the NBA at turning defense to offense. Well, the Pistons of late doing that same thing.
Vince Carter ran that hook right up and in. Kidd with a rebound. Jefferson to Carter, deeper to Collins. Jason Collins lays it in.
He's a factor. He's getting his...
Quite bring it down and knock it down. Jefferson, nice bounce inside. Carter couldn't flush it. Off the iron and out of bounds. Rip Hamilton with a foul.
I think it's pretty obvious where Vince Carter's mindset is, because he is getting it, trying at least to get into the paint, get himself to the free throw line. And as we talked about the last time these two teams hooked up, George, when you're as good as he is at slashing and creating contact and finishing near the basket.
Vince Carter against Tayshaun. Sticks it. Vince Carter has 6. Will Blaylock 20. Happy holidays, everybody, from the Palace.
Like to send their guards to the offensive glass. So you get a few of those every now and then.
Mikey Moore finally delivers for New Jersey. It's 35. And Carter gets a steal. Rip falls on him.
I think he got a knee in the temple, too. But here's the strip by Rasheed, North Carolina.
Here comes Jason Kidd with a rebound off the deck. Carter touches it inside, and the rookie delivers. Josh Boone draws the foul and hits the hoop.
Here the Nets able to go in transition and get an early opportunity. Their defense stymieing the Pistons right now. Pistons have been stuck on 37.
And Jason Kidd brings it the other way for the Nets. Vince Carter throws it up and in, a half hook. And it's now a full other end, Greg Kelser.
So much respect that Jason Kidd has for Carter's game. He gives the basketball up to him early and allows him to make a play for himself. Carter appreciative, and he's playing better tonight too, George.
Yes, he is. They called the foul on Boone. Dean to play in the half.
And zoning again.
Collins screens. Jefferson's open. He hits it. Wow. And how's Vince Carter playing as far as you can see?
I think he's playing better, though his shooting numbers won't necessarily reflect it at 3 of 9, but a lot of that 3 out of 9 are jump shots, George, and being chased by Richard Hamilton, he's just off the mark. He did get one jumper to fall, but this is where I think Vince Carter is at his best, when he's mixing it up and taking the ball to the basket, using that explosiveness, elevating over a couple of defenders. He's tougher to handle when he's mixing it up and doing that.
Against the Pistons, his career scoring average at 21.1. They've done a very nice job against Vince Carter to defend the stripe after a fine move with just over a half a minute to play in the half.
George, you know,
To guard him behind the long line. Now Carter's got Rip Hamilton on him. He'll force a 3 and it's through.
and the Nets are here, and they are
The
serious.
Nets have their first lead of the night. Take a timeout with 4:46 to play in the third. The Nets on a 14-3 tear, and they have a 2-point lead.
Back left-handedly.
Jason Kidd with 8 in the third. Rip blocked by Carter. The Nets had a 16-3 run in the third to take the lead, and they still lead it. After that runner by Carter, just over 9.5 to go in the game. Carter behind the back, behind a Mikey Moore screen, triples. Well, I guess he can get a little 3 happy if he knocks him down like that. Look back at Carter's last 3.
He got a little bit of separation and always eager and always a threat to launch. When he got that separation, it was gone, but it was true.
And Vince Carter have led a New Jersey surge. And Chauncey, and now Rasheed with tees. Carter made the technical foul free throw. Makes the first one here. So with 8:49 to go, the Nets behind 25 from Carter have a 77-73 lead. Three-point Nets lead. Carter on the perimeter and Collins screens for Carter. Carter inside and on the scoop, got the contact. And the Rasheed foul, the third on Rasheed.
Vince Carter makes his move inside, looking, hoping, praying for contact and a whistle. And now he stands on the free throw line.
Carter ties the score at 84. He's only 13 for 14 from the line. Yep, he's played a whole lot better than he did 10 days ago against the Pistons.
That's because he's spending time in the paint and even more time on the free throw line.
Well, you take it, looking for a Mikey Moore screen against Chauncey. 2 minutes left. Inside to Mikey Moore. No looker. Jefferson, he converts.
George,
Jefferson was 17.
And there, I think you see the value of a Vince Carter. He was double teamed, Rasheed and Chauncey, and that's what freed guys up on the weak side. Now, but he made that same type of move and left-handed finish. And here, Mikey Moore with the extra pass, but it all started with 2 defenders having to address Vince Carter, and that's what's left. That's what left the offside man free.
2 seconds. If you got 10 or 15 seconds, a play like that could unfold. I don't know if it can with a chance to call a timeout. Kidd will inbound it. Does to Carter. Tayshaun falls. Carter to the wing. Fires. No! With 1.5 seconds left. The shot won't fall. And yes, sir, it is Detroit basketball.
Lawrence Frank is trying to get a timeout, I'm sure, to remind his guys, don't lose contact, because they're going to try and get an immediate foul, knowing that they'll still have a chance, but they cannot lose very much time off the clock. Nets are arguing because they felt that bump right there should have been called, but it wasn't. And to what degree it affected that shot by Vince Carter, I don't know, but Pistons may be catching a break right there. Right there. They were all up arguing that.
Well, the Piston bench certainly approves. And Lawrence Frank felt for sure there should have been a foul called. I've got a McDonald's Arch card and great FSN apparel. Come to the next FSN telecast Friday night against Indiana to see if you have won. The final score, the Pistons 92 and the Nets 91. We're not finished yet. For much more on tonight's game, let's go to the FSN studios and join Ryan Field and Matt Morrison for the DSR postgame, which begins right now.
And with possession of the ball, chance to walk out of here with a win. Contact, clear contact from Rasheed Wallace and Vince Carter. No call from Tom Washington. Carter misses on the jump shot. Pistons come up with a loose ball, and the Nets quite upset following what is really one of the toughest losses that I've seen this team have to deal with.
Same here, and I think the part that really is going to get, and you know, you hope that the guys don't react too much, because they should react, but they have to calm down a little bit before they make their comments, is the fact that there was no call whatsoever.
Right.
That's the whole thing. I don't have a problem if the whistle is blown and the wrong call exists at that particular point. Then you have to live with a bad call. But in that situation, Vince Carter's job is to get to the free throw line. He did everything he's supposed to do. He's supposed to take the ball, go at somebody, force some contact. That's what the offensive player is taught at a young age, is try to do that. He did his job. The fact that no call is made there, it's just one that goes by that's missed.
Tayshaun Prince goes down on the play, so Carter has his man beat. Rasheed Wallace is the help defender out on the perimeter after Carter is able to make his move. I think the Pistons were even surprised that there was no whistle on that play. Obviously, they're not going to say anything. You take it for what it's worth. But, you know, you could sense from the body language that Detroit was smiling a bit inside that we just snuck out of here with a W in a game that very well could have gone the other way on an official's whistle.
Yeah, and there are some schools of thought that I disagree with, the fact that, well, because Vince Carter's 18 feet away, he's not doing anything with the ball to score. Well, I disagree with that totally. What Vince Carter is doing, as I just mentioned, just to clarify that, is you're taught as an offensive player to make something happen, especially down the stretch, because the defender knows what are you trying to do. You're trying to score, but more importantly, you're trying to get to the basket and make something happen. So he's trying to stop you. The offensive player is trying to do that. I don't care if it happens 2 feet from the basket, 5 feet, or 20 feet from the basket. If there's an intent to do something with the ball, you have to blow the whistle.
I think it was blatantly obvious what you see. You saw it on tape after. I mean, you know, but that's how the game works. I mean, they ain't gonna change it. It was obviously a foul. I mean, I'm sure if it was looked over again, they would say it's a foul, but the call wasn't made. So, you know, so it's a shame. It's a real shame. You know, I mean, because on the other end, you know, Billups seeks Vince out. That was called a foul. This one, obviously, Prince falls down. Rasheed's forced in a scramble situation. There was obvious contact, but call was made, so that's how it goes.
It seems like they had been calling all fouls all night long. To suddenly swallow the whistle has got to be kind of shocking.
Yeah, but, you know, so, I mean, look, you guys saw the same play I did.
Did you get to say anything to them afterwards, or did they get you in time?
It doesn't matter what was said. You know, never in the history of the game have they reversed a call. So, you know, we all saw what happened. We all know what happened. But you know, look, I mean, you can't cry about officiating. You know, it happened. Gotta, you know.
Was Vince better to you tonight than what we saw then?
You know, Vince had a great attack. I mean, he got to the line 15 times. Should have got there 17 times. I think he played well.
Well, Vince Carter, they will need him to be much like the Vince he was last season if they're going to contend. An inspired effort tonight, leading the scoring. 28 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Let's hear now from Vince Carter.
Felt that I was aggressive, and Rasheed tried to take a charge, I guess. and they called nothing. So I felt that they, you know, I thought the whistle was going to be blown. No call. Well, got to make the shot.
What happened on the play before?
I don't know. Sorry, Chauncey was going down the court, and you know, fast. You know, just trying to stay between him and the basket and not foul. You know, he went up. I'll try to go up. Foul. So. Yeah, he created the contact, but you know, that's the way it happens. You know.
You outplayed them for 3 quarters. I mean, what does that do to you guys mentally right now, knowing how well you played over the last 3 years?
We just have to keep fighting. You know, I mean, we gave ourselves a chance to win. First of all, we played good basketball. I think the first quarter was ugly, as far as just making some small mistakes that really cost us. I think we gave up 31 points in the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, just things like that, and we were adjusted. We fought to put ourselves back in the game, gave ourselves a chance to win in the end. It's an unfortunate shot didn't go in.
Okay, so especially considering that Nenad Krstić is out for the season, the Nets will definitely need Vince to play like he did tonight, and taking the high road, deciding not to comment too much on the non-call very, very late, but still a tough loss for the Nets to take as we take a final look at Vince Carter's numbers for this evening. 6 of 17 from the floor, 14 of 15 from the charity stripe, 5 assists and 28 points. 291 Pistons over the Nets final.